Guys, I'm Sabrina, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of my favorite high protein frozen foods. These are all staples, things I eat all the time that I have in my freezer for the most part, so I'll have some visual aids. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of those. And again, I've done a couple of videos, so you can also find high protein snacks and some of my favorite, like high protein, just general whole foods. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one, really exciting, frozen chicken breast. So this is the Tyson brand, Girls and Ready. There's different variations of this. People really love the blackened chicken breast. I do too, but lately I've kind of been getting some of the like weird bits of the meat, and it's turned me off a little bit. So I've just been preferring the straight up Tyson grilled normal chicken, and the macros on this are 110 calories for 3 ounces and 19 grams of protein. And what I enjoy about this and this size in particular is just really easy to throw in with other things. So I can just grab a couple ounces and a handful, and it will really add a lot of bulk and protein to my meal. So I love these. So the next one is also a frozen meat, and you can see I'm already into it. These are the Bremer chicken meatballs with roasted red peppers. This is a seasonal item, so hopefully it won't make people too sad because they might be a little bit difficult to find. But I get these at Aldi. The Tyson you can find at Target and probably every other store. But these are seasonal at Aldi, so if you are there, maybe stop by and have a look. Whenever they have them, I like to grab them because they're not there that often. And why I like them is because a serving is 6 meatballs, and that is just 90 calories and 12 grams of protein. So meatballs are something that I haven't really incorporated too much, but when I found these and I felt like the macros were really good, there's something that I have brought back a little bit thanks to Bremer. So definitely one that I like. Okay, the next one, sadly, I do not have a visual aid for. I wish I did, but they're hard for me to find at my particular Costco. But the Don Lee chicken burgers, when I can find them, I get them. When I'm at my mom's house, I eat them. They have really great macros. I believe it was 120 calories and a good ratio of protein. And they're great for eating as a chicken burger or, again, for dicing up and putting into other meals. So those are great. Okay, so a couple other frozen foods I'm going to get into. Don't get triggered. If you're someone who does not like additional ingredients, this may not be for you. Again, I've got more of a Whole Foods video for that, but I like to have some of these convenient options for, if you're out traveling and coming back, these are really helpful. If you just need something quick, for the most part, I mean, I cook like 95% of our meals, but it's really nice to just have some convenient options and some things to throw together. So that's my disclaimer. All right, the first one is lean cuisine. When I'm not going to say help, but like a number of years ago, I feel like lean cuisines were kind of popular, especially when you are just starting into a fitness journey. And I feel like I've gotten back into them, and just a few in particular. I'm still pretty selective about which ones because I like to look at the nutrients and the macros. This one is always a safe bet. This is the herb roasted chicken. It's 180 calories and 18 grams of protein, which I think is great. They also have their Salisbury steak with macaroni and cheese. I really enjoy that one, and mashed potatoes, and those are all under 300 calories and have more than 20 grams of protein. So I really like these. Another option that I used to have more in the very beginning of my health journey are Healthy Choice. And I like these cafe steamers. It's a bigger box and it makes you feel like you're getting more. That's probably not true. 9.25 ounces. But what I like about these are they tend to have some good calorie, protein, macro breakdown. So this one in particular is 240 calories and 18 grams of protein. And what I also like about these is there's just a lot of variety. So I can sort of feel like, if I want a Mexican dish, that this will get me on my way. And for a lot of these ones that are lower calorie, like the lean cuisine, like this one, I will bulk them up with the chicken that I mentioned or other vegetables or those kinds of things. But I like having it as a base for me to add other things to. So this one comes to us from the freezers of Trader Joe's, and this is their reduced guilt mac and cheese. And some people don't like that title, reduced guilt, and I sort of understand. You shouldn't have guilt around the food you're eating, but the idea is probably a marketing and branding one, and it's that it generally is going to have less calories and more protein than maybe your traditional frozen mac and cheese, which is something I can get behind. So this particular package has 270 calories and 15 grams of protein. I really like mixing in broccoli and chicken with this and making it a bigger bowl. So this one's great. The next one I know I have in my freezer somewhere, but my hands are getting really cold and I can't find it. And those are Real Good Foods frozen entrees. And those tend to have cleaner ingredients, and they're basically really high protein, lower carb options. I enjoy their chicken lasagna and also the enchiladas. I will eat those all day. I love Real Good Foods. Okay, so this is something I just recently tried. It's not something I would tend to have a lot of, but I was excited to try it. It's the Premier Protein pancakes, and you've got 3 little pancakes in there, and for that you get 15 grams of protein for 210 calories. And I do have this open, so I'll show you. They're about this big, and there's 3 of them in a serving. And this, again, like for the most part, I'm always going to cook my breakfast, but it's nice on those occasions where I need something quick or faster to have something like this in the freezer. Okay, so the last 2 that I wanted to share aren't necessarily very high protein, but again, they're things that I can pair with things that are high protein. So this one is from Trader Joe's. They're the chicken cilantro mini wontons. And what's great about these is 4 wontons only have 50 calories and 3 grams of protein. So I'd say most people, you'd probably go for 8, if not more. You can have more, but I'd say probably at least 8. Or if you want a little snack, you can have something smaller. But all that to say, the protein can kind of go up or down based on how many you have. But it's just a really nice thing to incorporate because it lets you have some wontons and get a little bit of protein in, and is really easy and convenient to find in the freezer. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to share, again, isn't necessarily crazy high protein in itself, but it is something that I pair with other high protein products. And they're the Green Giant frozen vegetables. And they have a lot of varieties of this, but I like the cheesy rice, cauliflower, and broccoli. I also like the one that's just cauliflower. I like the one that's just broccoli. I'm really not very picky, but 1 serving, which is half of this, is 45 calories and 2 grams of protein. What I will do is do the whole thing, which in this case would be 80 calories, 4 grams of protein, and then I'd even mix this with like a tin of tuna, which sounds gross, but it's yummy. You could do it with chicken, you could do it with meatballs, whatever you like. It's just something that makes it very convenient. And it has like a nice cheese sauce that just spices things up a little bit. So, all right, that is it. Those are my favorite frozen, mostly high protein options. I hope you enjoyed them. Again, check out the other videos if you want to see more of my high protein faves. Thanks.